Hey guys, welcome to today's video and welcome on into my beauty stash. I have some new DANESSA MYRICKS to try out for you guys today. We're going to do some live swatches. I'm going to be creating 2 looks with this palette and share with you my thoughts on the new DANESSA MYRICKS. This is her Lightwork Volume 4 Transcendence palette. This is illuminating eye and face pigments. This is stunning. So I like when you open it up, this little insert, because this is going to come in handy when I start live swatching these for you. There are 4 different formulas, finishes in this palette. So we have velvet chromes, we have glass metallics, we have pressed chrome flakes, and we have aqua chromes. And I will be letting you guys know which shades are what. But this little beauty dropped yesterday at Sephora. I believe it is already at Beautylish as well. It's available on the DANESSA MYRICKS website. It's an expensive palette. This was my 3rd splurge of the month, and I think this is gonna be it as far as high-priced items. You guys just saw me try out a couple of the Hourglass palettes. I mentioned I had splurged 3 times this month. This was the 3rd and final time. This palette retails for $125. Now, I enjoy a few things from the DANESSA MYRICKS brand, one of them being these specialty palettes. But I know, and you guys know, those of you that try a lot of indie makeup, you guys know that the indie brands, they have the market cornered when it comes to duochromes and multichromes and special shimmer shadows, and they do it for a lot less than $125. So we're gonna try this out. I'm gonna swatch each and every shade for you guys. I'm gonna let you know what I think about the texture, the finish, and then I'm going to create 2 looks with it, and I will come back and give you guys my thoughts. I'll give you guys some recommendations as far as like indie brands to kind of maybe look at in case you're not going to be able to pick this palette up from DANESSA MYRICKS. I mean, without a doubt, it is a beautiful palette, and I think the DANESSA MYRICKS brand is really awesome, but $125 is just not in everybody's budget at the moment. I would recommend, if all of this performs well, if you like the swatches, you like what you see, wait for the Sephora VIB sale that's coming up pretty soon. It always happens every fall. One of y'all mentioned, because I did post this in the community section, that if you sign up for the DANESSA MYRICKS emails or something like that, you can get 10 or 20% off of your order. So that might be another option in case this is really something that you're wanting to add to your collection. I don't blame you. It is beautiful. It is beautiful to look at, and I'm sure it's going to swatch amazingly well. I do want to point out that I picked up last year's Lightwork Volume 3 palette, and here they are side by side. They're pretty much the same size. I think, no, they're the same size. Same everything. I'll say that I like this packaging a little bit better, like the outward packaging, and this is Lightwork Volume 3. I'm wearing the highlighter. I'm wearing Blue Moon right now on my cheekbones. So that's what I have going on. And this palette also contained different formulas. There's like some cream shadows down here. I'll be honest, guys, I haven't really reached for the cream shadows. I've been using like the highlighters and some of these other specialty shades. One thing I will mention is you're definitely going to want to use like a glitter primer with these palettes. I've always enjoyed this one from NYX. This is the glitter primer. This retails for like $5 or $6. But if you're going to be using like these multichromes and duochromes, not just from DANESSA MYRICKS, but from other brands, you're going to want to pick something like this up. It's just going to help to keep the shadow on the lid, because some of these specialty formulas, they can get a little flaky, finicky, and you can get fallout from them. If it is your first time here on my channel, first and foremost, hello and welcome. What a video you picked to tune into. Oh my goodness, this is gonna be so much fun to swatch. But my name is Steff and I welcome you. This is what I love to do. I love trying out new makeup, so you're always gonna see new makeup reviews here on my channel. I do multiple looks with eyeshadow palettes. If it wasn't so late in the evening, I would do definitely 4 looks with this palette. I will owe you guys a couple looks. I do makeup ranking videos. If all that sounds great to you and you want to see my videos on pretty much a daily basis, I do tend to upload quite a bit. Do me a favor and click on the subscribe button and hit the bell next to it. That way you'll be notified every time I do drop a new video. And if you like what you see, if you like a good old swatch video, multi-chromes, duochromes, if you like the Danessa Myricks brand, give this video a thumbs up before you go. As usual, guys, I will have everything that I'm wearing, which I'm wearing, you know, I got a full face of makeup on minus the eye look, but I'll have everything that I'm showing you guys and talking about. It will be linked in the description box. Some of those links might be affiliate links, so if you do end up shopping through them, I thank you so much for supporting me and my channel. My hair is air drying, guys. I put a little bit of styling cream into it, so, you know, it's almost 8 o'clock in the evening. I'm getting a late start because I went to go get a manicure after work, but I'm excited for this, guys. I'm excited. We'll move over here to the other part of the room. We'll do those live swatches. Are going to be arm swatches, and then I'll create 2 looks with you guys with the new Danessa Myricks Lightwork Volume 4. If you want to see this palette in action, keep on watching. Okay, guys, so here is this stunning palette. I'm going to start with the top row first, and this one right here, this shade called Trance, this is a velvet chrome. So here's what it looks like on my fingertip. I will say this is a very creamy formula. It's not a cream, but it feels like just buttery smooth. And I think I'm going to swatch on my palm. Oh my goodness, look at that. Look at the reflect in that. Once again, this is the shade Trance, and this is a velvet chrome. Next is going to be this shade right here. The shade is called Nirvana. Wow. That next to Trance. Oh my goodness. Guys, these are so smooth. They are so smooth when you're swatching them. Like, that's, if you all get this palette, that's the first thing you're going to want to do. You're going to want to swatch it just to feel the textures on your skin, because wow. Now we're going to move on to Divinity. Really pretty gold shade. So this one, oh, and I forgot to say, this one is also a velvet chrome. These are the 2 velvet chromes. This one is a glass metallic. So this is going to be more of like a topper shade. You can see the difference in pigmentation. It's not as opaque. Okay, so I just redid that swatch so that it was closer to the other 2. Next, we're going to go into 6th Sense. This is also a velvet chrome. This one right here was from Divinity. But there is 6th Sense on my middle finger. Wow. Oh my God. Look at that. Kind of ran into. Guys, this is hard to do. It's a weird angle that I'm filming, but look at that. They look wet. They're like foiled goodness. And then finally in the row, we have Out of Body. Put that right here. Wow. Also another velvet chrome. Oh my God. How are you going to pick a favorite? Okay, I'm going to remove this and then we'll move on to the 2nd row. Okay, so first in the 2nd row is the shade Intuition. This is called an aqua chrome shade. Okay, so the texture on this is, do I dare say dry? Oh, water activated, right? Duh, aqua chrome. Let me get some water, a little spray bottle, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I have my little Morphe M124, and I have my Bioderma Hydro Bio Mist. This is just like a water spray, so I'm going to spray my brush off to the side. It says to do 3 spritz of water, and then to just swirl the brush to activate it. I think since this is the first time I'm using it, yeah, I'm going to have to get the brush a little more saturated, because you want it to be a little bit creamy. Let's see what this is going to do. I think I need more water. Oops, am I in frame? Let me try adding more water. Don't want to spray the pan. I mean, I know some of you will. Oh, okay, now I can see. You can kind of see it. Like it says the little sparkles are going to be dancing around in the pan. Like it literally says that on the Sephora web. There you go. There it is. Yeah, just needed more water. I think it was because it was the first time I was using it too. But yeah, it says that you're going to see the little sparkles start to dance around in the pan. And yeah, that's true. So I just saw them. That's almost similar to these velvet chromes up here as far as like the finish that you get. Because it looks very foiled, like very metallic, but it's not as opaque as these velvet chromes are. So this is the Aqua Chrome formula, shade Intuition. Now this next one is a pressed chrome flake, and it did say to apply this with the finger to kind of just warm it up. This looks stunning in the pan. Look at that. So this is going to be another one of those that you're going to want to, when you apply it to your lid, you're going to want to just tap it on. And I can see that the glitter primer would really benefit this formula. And it does have some tack to it. Like as I'm pressing it into my palm, you can definitely feel the tackiness. Look at that. Oh my God. So it's like a clear base. Guys, you could just do this one shadow on the lid, do some mascara, and that's your eye look. Like how beautiful would that be? Okay, so Paradise, this one right here, this is also a pressed chrome flake. Oh my goodness. Look at how foiled it is. Wow. So that's like a purple. Is there a green? Maybe a little bit of a, yeah, there's definitely a green shift. You see it? Oof. Beautiful. I mean, we love a good green on this channel, don't we? That's beautiful. Aura is going to be another aqua chrome. So let me clean my brush, spray it, and I'll come right back and we'll swatch this one. Okay, same brush, same water spray. Now I think I sprayed it too much. I feel like I sprayed it a little too much. You can see that. You see how it shears it out? That's because I got the brush too wet. Just dab it off a little bit. It's just trial and error, guys. You won't mess it up. You don't want to overdo it either with the water. And these aqua chromes, again, they are going to be a little more sheer than the velvet chromes. They're still beautiful. Okay, guys, so this is the second row swatched. Okay, so this shade right here called Zen, this is going to be a velvet chrome. It's beautiful. Let's see. Wow. Kind of like a, maybe a little bit of an antique gold shade. What do you guys think? There's a green, yeah. Some green in there. All right, so this next one, Angels, this is a glass metallic. That's what it looks like. Make sure I'm in frame. That's really pretty. Another shade that you could just throw on the lid and go. Maybe do a little bit of your bronzer in the crease and then apply this on the lid. Now we're gonna go in with Trippy. This is another velvet chrome. I like the velvet chrome formula. I think it's my favorite out of the ones that are in this palette. So this is like that red to green. All right, so next we have Escapism. Wow. I know I'm saying that a lot, but it really is just wow. That's like a green gold. This is maybe more of a copper then. Look at that. Oh, and this is also a velvet chrome. The last one, Awakening, is a velvet chrome as well. man, that's like a teal. That is beautiful. Look at my hand. Oh my goodness. Definitely love the velvet chrome finish. It is just so smooth. Okay guys, so we already swatched the entire Danessa Myricks Lightwork Volume 4 palette. I'm going to take you back to my filming desk and I'll create 2 looks with this beauty. Okay guys, so let's start playing with Lightwork Volume 4. I am going to use Unearthly Cosmetics Vitality palette just to get some matte shades. You can see this is definitely a matte heavy palette, so I am going to be dipping into this one for today's video. And because I love green so much, the first look is going to have to be dedicated to green. And I think what I'm going to do is a combination of this green shade and this green shade in the lid and in the outer corner. So I'm taking the shade Glee on a Game Beauty E01. And I do have a video, a review, I think it's like 3 or 4 looks using the Vitality palette. So I'll have that linked in the description box in case you want to check that out. And I forgot to mention, my eyes are primed with the Too Faced Shadow Insurance Primer. Now I'm going to go into the shade called Thriving on a Refer 14. I'm just going to focus that out here and in the crease. Okay, so now I'm going to do a combination of 2, maybe 3 of these shadows. So again, I really do like the Velvet Chrome formula. I think I'm going to reserve the Aqua shadows maybe for the lash line, the lower lash line, we'll see. But we can even do some chrome flakes too. Okay, so I'm leaning towards Awakening and maybe a little bit of Sixth Sense, and then do this on top. So I'm going to start first with Awakening over here. Like, I'm looking at it like this, it looks purple, and then y'all are seeing it and it's green. But I thought that one swatched beautifully, so let's try that one first. Now I'm using that same Morphe M124. I did not spray it, but it's a little bit damp from using it with the Aqua Chrome shadows. Now I haven't applied the glitter primer. I'm going to, but I want to set these down since these are so smooth. You almost don't have to with these, and I'm not getting fallout from them, but you do you. Honestly, I forget to use it. Sometimes like I forget to reach for it. That is beautiful. And that is without spraying the brush. It's just a little bit damp from earlier. Now I'm going to clean that off. Same brush. Now I'm going in with Sixth Sense. I will try spraying it just to see the effect. And all I'm doing is just spraying it with a little NYX setting spray. Place that right there. Now I felt fallout. I think I might have picked up too much on my brush. Love it. Now I'm going to get my glitter primer. I'm just going to apply some on my fingertip. I'm going to do it right here. This is where I'm going to put the flakes. And now I'm going to pick up the shade Heaven, the same finger that I have the primer on. I'm just going to press. Wow. You can get the brush and kind of just maneuver the flakes into place. I'm gonna get the brush and it just gives it something extra, like texture. And I know not all of you will like this Aqua Flake formula. I'll admit it's not for everybody, but every now and then can be fun. I think it's much better than working with pressed glitter, to be honest. And look, I got like a little bit, like a speck of fallout right here, but not bad. Very good. Okay, so I'm gonna try using Intuition. This is the Aqua Chrome. I'm gonna try using that on the lower lash line. So I sprayed my Refer 03 with that same setting spray I showed you earlier, the one from Bioderma. Have some on the brush. So not as intense, not as impactful as it was obviously when I was swatching it on on my hand. But this is a smaller area that I am applying it to. And I am building it up some. So at least it's building. I'll be honest, so far, that's the formula I could probably live without. I mean, I like water activated liners, but I don't know. I don't know. I'm not exactly feeling this formula. Okay, so same brush. I'm going to pick up, I want to use one of the glass metallics. I'm going to go in with this shade right here. I'm going to use that same Rephr 03 and I am going to spray it. This is one of those shadows that you can use with your finger or a damp brush. This would also benefit with the glitter primer, glitter glue, but since I'm just placing it in a small area, I feel like just spraying the brush is enough. And it was. Didn't get any fallout. Okay guys, I'm going to add like mascara and liner and stuff, and I'll be right back to show you the completed look number 1. Okay guys, so here's the completed look number 1. How beautiful are these shades? Oh, they're just so pretty. I tightline with some Wet n Wild Breakup Proof liquid liner. I am still loving the new Tower 28 Make Waves mascara. That's what I'll be using in today's video. For the lower waterline, I went in with my Juvia's Place Nubian eyeliner in the shade Royal. And this is the look. I love it. The only thing I'm disappointed with is the lower lash line, that aqua chrome formula. It's just, I can tell it's not going to be something for me. It's not going to be something that I reach for. So I'm really glad there's not too many of them in this palette. But let's move over to the left eye and we'll start working on the second look. Okay, so for the second look, I want to do something maybe a little more neutral. Like I know we have a brown shade right here and we have an orange, we have a yellow. I think what I'm going to do actually is I'm just going to use this one shade in the crease and I'll build it up in the outer corner. Maybe I can use this one too. Actually, I'll use these two. I'll start with this one and then I'll work into this one. And then we can start playing with some more of these special shadows. So I'm taking the shade Gusto on a Rephr, is this 15 or 16? Rephr 16. Now I'm picking up the shade Live on a Rephr 14. I'm going to start with Zen, and then I'm going to go in with Trippy. Trippy or no? I'm going to go in with Escapism. Let's see. It's because they're like doing multichromes, guys, and it's hard to see what you're actually getting because what it looks like in the pan is not necessarily what it's going to look like on the lid because of the shifts. But I'm picking up Zen first with my Morphe M124. I am going to spray it with a setting spray. Do that right there. Now I'm going to pick up Escapism, same brush. I just flipped it around, spraying it one more time. Okay, so this is a green. Still looks cool though. Alright, now I'm going to pick up Divinity. Actually, I need to set down some glitter primer first. I'm going to do the same thing, just put it right here in the center. This is the glitter primer. I already have it on my finger. Ooh, that's beautiful. Okay, now for the lower lash line, I think I'm going to go in with Nirvana. I'm using a damp Rephr 03. I'm going to take it just to about right there, like 3/4 of the way. Bringing it down a little bit as well. I did get some fallout there. Now I'm going to go back into the Vitality palette with this shade over here. I'm going to add a little bit of it to the lower lash line, like right below where I did Nirvana. Just touching up right out here, the outer corner. It's a little space that I always miss right there. Now for the inner corner, let's try Trippy. Let's see what Trippy's gonna do. Same damp Rephr 03. I think I need something a little bit brighter. I'm gonna add a little bit of Divinity on top. This is that glass chrome. Okay guys, I'm gonna do those finishing touches off camera and I'll be right back to show you the second and final look. Okay guys, so here's the completed look number 2. Same mascara, same eyeliner, but for the lower waterline, I went in with this one from House Labs. This is the eyeliner. This one is in the shade Chartreuse Matte. And I like it. I like the way this look turned out. I like the way both of them turned out. It was a lot of fun working with this palette today. But let me go ahead and wrap up today's video. I'll share with you guys my final thoughts, and I'll also give you some alternatives. In case you're not going to be able to pick this up, I'll let you know what brands you can turn to. I have some discount codes for you to where buying these multi-chromes and duochromes can be really affordable for your budget. Okay guys, so after swatching Lightworks Volume 4, creating 2 looks, I'm going to tell you guys it's a beautiful palette. It really is a beautiful palette. I mean, DANESSA MYRICKS, this is becoming one of her specialties. All of these very special and unique formulas. There's not a lot of mainstream makeup brands, and I'll put her as a mainstream makeup brand. I mean, it's sold at Sephora, Beautylish, several other retailers than what normal indie brands would be sold at. Usually indie brands are just, you know, kind of just sold on their own website. I feel like, you know, DANESSA MYRICKS is definitely a brand that's more widely available, more well known, and she's one of the only ones that's doing these kind of specialty shadows at Sephora, at Beautylish. Yes, we have Pat McGrath. Yes, we have Natasha Denona, but their formulas are not like this. You know, I know Natasha Denona has done a little bit of some duochromes and multichromes, as has Pat McGrath. Pat McGrath palettes are what, 125, 129. Large Natasha Denona palettes are also $125. However, if you want me to pick between the 3 when it comes to these unique, beautiful, sparkly shades, I'm going to have to give it to DANESSA MYRICKS all the way. If you are wanting a more luxury makeup brand that is gonna have or offer you all of these special shadows that the indie makeup brands offer, and maybe you can't order from the indie brands because, let's be honest, shipping is very expensive, and some of them it just costs too much to ship if you guys are in Australia or in Europe, and maybe you can't even get it there. Having DANESSA MYRICKS more widely available, this would be a good palette to pick up. Okay, I know the $125 is a hefty price tag, but for what she's doing, I would much rather pay $125 to get a DANESSA MYRICKS palette than I would a Pat McGrath palette. Don't hate me. Don't shoot the messenger. That's my opinion. I have more fun with her formula, with her palettes. And even though it's an all shimmer palette, you do have to bring in some matte shadows, but who doesn't have a whole bunch of matte shadows, you know? I think DANESSA MYRICKS did a beautiful job with this palette. I feel like I like this one more than Lightworks Volume 3. Again, this palette has like those creamy shades, like this one right here. It's beautiful, but I didn't reach for these creamy shades all that often, and they can go bad quicker. I think that her velvet chrome formula in this palette is just stunning. It is the best formula in this palette. Honestly, I feel like the quality of this one is just a slight step up from the quality in this one. What I really like about Lightworks Volume 3 are the middle row there. The second row is the highlighters. These highlighters are beautiful. And she does, I think it might still be available as a separate palette to where you can just get the highlighters. Those are stunning. But this one is definitely my favorite between the 2. And if I could only own one, which I'm pretty sure you can still get Lightworks Volume 3. It was released exactly a year ago. If you only get one, I definitely go with this one. Like, this one was just a lot of fun. Yes, like the aqua chrome shades, they're just okay. And I'm glad there's only 2 of them, right? I'm definitely going to use more of the other formulas, more of the other shades, more than I do, you know, those 2, but I'm still going to use them. Don't get me wrong. I paid $125 for this palette. I'm going to use all the shades. But the Velvet Chrome formula, aces. It is so, so good. Now, I realize, again, not everybody's going to be able to spend $125. So, Steff, what are my options? What are the alternatives? I'm going to tell you guys that I am still amateur. This is like amateur hour here. I'm still new when it comes to multichromes and duochromes. I just discovered this formula like almost a year ago, a little over a year ago. And I've learned a lot from watching Millie from Bad to the Brow. Some of you out there, you're the one who recommended her channel to me when I was first starting out, you know, playing with these multichromes and duochromes. She is the Bible when it comes to knowledge of how to maneuver these special formulas, and she is a huge fan of DANESSA MYRICKS. So if her video is not up already, then definitely be waiting for it. You know, subscribe to her channel because she knows so much more than I do. So I'm gonna have her channel linked in the description box of today's video because she can give you a lot more education on this than I can. Again, this is amateur hour here with me, but she will be able to tell you exactly which shadows are dupes for what. Like, she has all the Cleona shadows, the Divina, the Glaminatrix. I don't have those. I don't have any of those brands in my stash. I have Terra Moons, I have Gourmand Girls, It's Belle Cosmetics, I have Unearthly, I have other brands that I'm just going to show you right now, Bella Beauté Bar, but I don't have all of those specialty shadows that she does. So if you want a more in-depth, I guess, view and alternatives, then I'm definitely going to recommend you to her. And if her channel, I mean, if her video on this palette is up already, it will definitely be linked in the description box. But if you want something, again, more affordable price point, It's Belle Break the Rules. This is a really nice palette. This is a really, really nice palette, and you get all of those buttery, smooth shadows. These are beautiful. And I do have a code with It's Belle. I don't remember if it's Steff or Steff 10. I think it's Steff 10. I try to get all my codes that I have Steff 10, but some of them aren't. But all of my codes are at the top of the description box in case you want to browse through them and, you know, buy something, get it at a discount. I appreciate if you do use my codes. They are affiliated. This is a beautiful palette. This is a really pretty palette from Gourmand Girls. I have these two to show you. Ethereal is the Gourmand Girls latest palette. And again, you're gonna get all of these special shades. Whole bunch of beautiful shifts. I do have a code with Gourmand Girls as well. I think that one is Steff. Again, check the description box. But Ethereal is their latest and greatest. Radioactive came out earlier this summer. Look at all these like greens and blues, this red. Beautiful. And these palettes, guys, these are like between $30 and $55. And then you get a 10% discount. It's at least half the price, if not more, than DANESSA MYRICKS over here. I also pulled out Sugar Drizzle. We cannot do this video, these dupes, without including Sugar Drizzle. This is the MILF palette. I think this is in stock right now. It's the Sweet Dreams that you all have been asking for. That should be restocked, I think, in mid-October. This one, this formula here, which was this shadow right here, feels exactly like Velvet Chrome in the DANESSA MYRICKS palette. And I'm just going to swatch these. I just have to swatch them. I have them on my fingertips already. But Sugar Drizzle, Gourmand Girls, It's Belle. And I'm going to speak more to like Sugar Drizzle and Gourmand Girls because I've had those longer in my stash. And I've just seen the brands grow and grow and get better and better with each palette they release. And again, I'm still amateur when it comes to multichromes and duochromes, but I can just see and feel the formula getting better and better with all of the palettes that they're releasing. Unearthly Cosmetics as well. I mean, I use the Vitality palette in here, but in this palette you get a few different shimmer shadows in here, and these definitely have those shifts to them as well. So there's a lot of brands. There's a lot of indie brands. I'm gonna have my indie makeup playlist linked in a pinned comment, so you guys can scroll through and just check out some of the other brands and formulas and stuff that I've reviewed on my channel. But those are my recommendations. If the 125 is out of your budget, don't blame you. These are some alternatives. And I realize that not all of you are going to be able to order from these indie brands. Like I said, shipping is very expensive right now. And so maybe this is going to be what you get. Maybe this is your holiday palette. This is going to be for Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, Valentine's Day, all year round until next year when Danessa Myricks gives us another, hopefully, a Lightwork Volume 5 palette. We'll definitely have to wait and see, but she does have a beautiful formula, and I am so glad that I did pick up this palette. Let me know your thoughts, guys. Let me know what you thought of the swatches. How do you like that format? Some of you told me that you really like that format, that style of swatching the palettes out. I'll do it whenever I can, and I'm trying to get a better filming setup, so I apologize if I was out of frame or anything, but let me know what looks you like best. Let me know if you're gonna be picking up the palette. Just let me know your thoughts, guys. I want to thank you all so much for watching another one of my videos. You all have a great day or night, wherever it is you all are at. Stay hydrated, guys. Drink your water, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye.